Today's postcard is Carrickfergus Castle in County Antrim. Your guide, Agnes McAteer.
The first part of the castle was actually built in the late 12th century, in the year 1178, and was started being built by John de Courcy. John de Courcy was a Norman knight, and it arrived here on the orders of Henry II, the King of England, and had started to conquer Northern Ireland and started building castles everywhere. And one of these main castles is Carrickfergus Castle. There is a few things that you have, in those days, you had to look out for. You could just not build your castle wherever you wanted. You had to make sure of one particular thing, that your castle was built higher up than the rest of the land, on the principle of the Motte and Bailey Castle,
right,
where your castle is built on a mound, either natural or man-made. So this is what his castle looked like. As you can see, John de Courcy didn't have to go and build his motte. He found this rock, this rocky peninsula here on the side of the sea. And this rock was good for several things, because first of all, it provided the needed elevation that we talked about, but also the building materials of the castle. This is the well of the castle, but the well originally was a natural source that was present on the rock. And when John de Courcy arrived, he simply built around the source, built a shaft to form that well. It's about 30 feet in depth. There's about 67 feet of fresh water at the bottom. Yeah. This is actually, this source of water is actually responsible for the name of the town.
Well, yeah, tell us that.
We don't really know if it's a true story, if it's a legend.
We don't care.
I like to, yes, exactly. I like to think that it is a true story. Because the natives, way before the arrival of John de Courcy, could not really understand why there was fresh water springing out from the middle of the sea, because they could not understand it. It was magical. Water was magical in those days, had healing powers. And they gave that source healing powers for skin problem, like leprosy. And in 524, a king in Scotland, King Fergus, had heard about this source. And King Fergus had a skin problem believed to have been leprosy.
This is all coming together now, Fergus, Carrickfergus, come on.
He decided to come here to find this source and drink from it. The original name of the town was Carrickfergus, and was later on modified to Craigfergus to Carrickfergus.
Gotcha.
And that in Gaelic means the Rock of Fergus.